YouTube? It's Kyle here with Lonestar Speed. Today I'm going to talk about my 98 GMC Sierra. It's 20 years old this month actually, and I'll stop and we'll do a little walk around, show you what I've done to it, what I plan to do to it. Just a quick little story. I got the truck in 2006 from my grandpa. It had about 32,000 miles on it. He barely drove it. Then I took over driving it in about 2010-11 when I was in high school. That's when I started modifying some of the stuff you see. The first modification I did was a subwoofer. I have a Alpine 500 watt amp with a 12-inch Rockford Fosgate sub. Works great for this small cabin. I'll show you a little bit more of that when we stop. But then the second thing I decided to do was put HID headlights in. I drove on those for about 4 years. They did great. I had a couple ballast issues, but nothing crazy. Then earlier this year I decided to put LEDs in. They're from the HID factory here in Houston. Great LED. So far I'm very happy with them. I've had them since about February. Nice and bright. They stayed the exact same color, so I'm pretty happy. I've actually helped install those same LEDs on a lot of my other friends' cars, so I highly recommend them. The third thing I did was I decided to Plasti Dip the rims black. Stock rims, I just wanted them black, so I went ahead and I did that. I liked it, but I didn't like the matte finish, so I ended up pulling them off. At the same time, I Plasti Dipped the grill, center grill insert, big pothole. And then I also did the door badges and the badges on the tailgate, just because I have a black runner along the bottom of the truck. So it kind of cleaned up the look a little bit. The badges, of course, being 19 years old at the time, 18 years old at the time, started to fade, started to crack on the red lettering for the GMC. So I decided to Plasti Dip in black. They look good, nice and clean. I'll probably have to redo them here in a little bit, but I'll show you those as well when we stop. The other thing I've done is I've put bigger tires on it. The set of tires I had on it before this were BF Goodrich rugged terrains. They were 265/70 15s. So it came out to be about a 28-inch tall tire. They rode good. They weren't very loud. They're like a hybrid between street and mud tires, and I didn't really like the way they looked. They did great though. I got 50+ thousand miles out of them. So earlier this year I put BF Goodrich all-terrain TKO 2s on it, and that's what I currently am driving on right now. They have about 15,000 miles on them. They're great. Have had no issues. They wear really well. They're not very loud, as you can hear. I've been impressed with them. One of the future mods I want to do is I want to get window tint. I don't know if you can see, but the dash is cracked right up here. It's 20 years old. It's been sitting out its whole life. It doesn't stay in a garage. So I want to get some window tint to protect the dash and the seats, that I also plan to do. I'm either planning on getting a new dash or gluing this one and leather wrapping it or something like that. I'm keeping my options open. I've just started looking into how I could do that. This is new, like this month. So the other thing is the seats. Right underneath me, the seat's pretty ripped up. I'll show you that as well. But can't really complain for a 20-year-old truck. I did have an issue with the center console right here, where it was stuck. I recently found a YouTube video last week about how to get into it and fix it. So maybe in a future video I'll show you how to do that if you're having the same problems. One of the other things I have on the truck in the lighting department is all interior LED dome lights and footwell lights and the door markers. I'll show you those. Hopefully I can get some footage at night for you. Then I also put on one of those LED tailgate light bars underneath the tailgate. It's got brake light, tail lights, and turn signals in it. I like it. It's lasted me about 5 years now. It's a cheap one. It was an Anzo from your average auto parts store. It was like 40-50 bucks. It lasted a long time, but now the LEDs are starting to go out, so I'll probably do another video on replacing that, how to get the old one off and put the new one on, and how I wired it up. Another mod I have on the truck is a electric cutout exhaust. As you can tell, it sounds very stock right now. It's because the cutouts are closed. The next time I stop, I'll go ahead and open them up for you. Maybe you can hear them a little bit, and then I'll show you them when we stop. I can do a whole video on that, how I installed them, what I went with, how I chose to go with those. The reason I did electronic cutouts, they're remote control, as you can see right here. I didn't want a loud exhaust on the highway. I spend a lot of time on the highway. I drive back and forth across the state and across the city a lot. I work pretty far. I work about 25 miles round trip or so. So I didn't want to have to deal with that droning exhaust noise the whole time while I was driving. So that way I'm able to close them up. An added benefit that I didn't think about before I got them, but I'm glad I got the electronic versions, is when I'm driving with them open and I do a hard pull and I see a cop or something like that, I can go ahead and close them up and don't have to worry about the cop pulling me over for excessive noise. It's pretty cool because you can just be like, I don't know what you're talking about, what exhaust? So, and it's fun to play with people at stoplights and other, cars with loud exhaust. Drive up next to them, rev it a little bit, they look around and you close them up and they're really confused. So yeah, that's one extra benefit that I wasn't thinking about when I got them. So I highly recommend them if you're looking for a little bit more noise, but you don't want to sacrifice the stock quietness. This is pretty common in some modern cars now, with the new 2018 Mustangs and the Corvettes and that type of stuff, with what they're calling active exhaust that open and close as you drive. So very similar, but this one's just open or close with a remote. Go ahead and open them up for you real quick. Hope you can hear that. I'm sitting in traffic right now, so I can't really do much to make a lot of noise. So that's one of the biggest mods I've done so far. I plan to, like I said, do window tint, dashboard, seats. I want to do like 3-inch lift or so. I want to do some bigger tires, maybe 35s. I just want to get a little higher. Trucks these days are a lot taller, so sitting in a truck and there's an Explorer in front of me and it's taller than this, so it's just one of those things that I want to do to make it appear better from the outside. The body on this truck, it's been in one wreck. I wasn't driving and we were pulling a trailer and a lady stopped at a green light that the traffic had backed up into the intersection in front of her, and we didn't have time to stop. We plowed into the back of the Dodge Dakota, totaled it, airbags went off, both driver's steering wheel and the passenger side. It was technically totaled at the time. It had about 79,000 miles on it or so. So we decided to put the money back into it and find the airbags, rewire all the airbags, do everything we had to do for that, and then had it fixed. So the hood is a replacement hood. The driver's side quarter panel is a replacement quarter panel. The grille is a replacement, and the bumper, of course. There was no frame damage in the accident or anything like that, so we got lucky there. So we'll stop up here in a little bit and I'll show you what I've done. Hey there guys, so now that we've stopped, I want to show you a little bit on the outside. Like I said, it's a two-tone paint. It's a 98 GMC Sierra SLT. So here we're talking about the Plasti Dip grill that I've done on the middle. The rest is chrome. Like the way that looks. Tires I was telling you about. Stock rims. I just like these tires because they have a very aggressive tread pattern and they seem to be very quiet on the road. Another modification I want to do is fix these mirrors. I want to get new ones. Don't like the way they look. You can see the two-tone come to the back and the rear. Plasti Dip emblems as well. And the Plasti Dip emblems on the doors right here. So I went ahead and popped the hood, show you underneath the hood a little bit. So one of my proud moments of owning this truck is how clean this engine is. It's all stock in here. Done nothing but keep it clean, keep the plastics treated and whatnot. The only thing I've done underneath the engine is a little modification on the battery. I'll show you in 1 second. So it's a 5.7 liter Vortec. The only modification I've done is on the battery here. I have a fuse block which is connected up to the battery, of course. Goes through a aftermarket terminal, then the ground right there goes down and bolts to the frame, and the positive goes in the fuse block and then out the fuse block under the truck, and then here it comes up out the middle of the bed into this wire, and I have a 52-inch LED light bar that I can put on either the roof with CB magnets or on the bed rails with CB magnets or anything like that. It also comes underneath the truck, down through the frame, and up into the middle of the seat back here. As you can see right here, I have my 500 watt Alpine amp that I was telling you about, my 12-inch Rockford Fosgate sub. Then the two positive and negative wires come in here. Here's the positive, it comes into the distribution block, so it's in 1, out 4. Same thing on the negative, and that's where the sub goes. And then here is the remote control module for my electronic cutouts, and they're wired up as well. There's the gray wires that run underneath to each cutout. I'll show you in a second. So that's where it comes up. I also have plenty more room if I ever wanted to do an inverter or anything like that. So now we're underneath the truck. I want to show you these electronic cutouts I was telling you about. There's one right there, and there's another one right here. Go ahead and start the truck so I can show you how they look from underneath. Obviously right now they are open, as you can hear them. So now we're back underneath the truck. I hope you can hear me. Go ahead and hit the close button, and they close right up. Now it's nice and quiet. And then hold the open button. Open right up. Like I said, in the future I will do many more videos on things I've done to the truck in more detail, and you could bet one of them is the exhaust. So now I'll get back in the truck and can show you what it sounds like with it open. We'll do a couple pulls with it open and with it closed, and just for a quick reference real quick. As you can hear, it's very loud. So let's get back in the truck. So now we're back in the truck. Let's get out to Mexico. We are in Texas, it's pretty close, so it shouldn't take any time to get there. So once we get to a road where I can do a little pull, I'll do 1 or 2 with the exhaust open, and then I'll do 1 with the exhaust closed. It's a dramatic difference, so I know you'll be able to hear it. And while we're driving out to the main road real quick, please share, like, subscribe. I plan on making many more videos to come. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and making YouTube videos and sharing my knowledge and some tips and tricks that I've learned modifying my own trucks and many other vehicles. There will be more videos to come, some reviews, some DIYs, some how-tos, some stuff like that. So please stay tuned, subscribe, like, share, and please follow me on Instagram at Lonestar_speed. I'm trying to post a lot of pictures of vehicles that I see out on the road, friends' vehicles, family vehicles, stuff like that, and a lot more pictures of this, especially as we modify it and change it, and we can see a difference. So we've got to the main road here, no traffic. See what she can do. Like I said, we are in Mexico. That was about 50 miles an hour. So yeah, it's very loud, very noticeable. I like it. We'll do 1 more pull right up here. Do 1 more pull for you real quick. Let's do a little 3rd gear pull. Let the car in front of me go a little bit. A little tire spin. Once again, about 50 or so. So yeah, that's with the exhaust open. Up here at the next light, I'll go ahead and hit it, close it up, and we'll do a little closed exhaust pull. So that's driving like normal with it open. Go ahead and close it. As you can hear, it's closed now. A pull, nothing crazy. A 40. So there's one little pull. As you can hear, completely different sound. So it gives me the best of both worlds with the electronic cutouts. Do one more as we turn here. Call this stealth mode, as you can guess. So yeah, there you go. So that's nighttime. I'll show you those interior lights I was telling you about. As you can see, it makes a complete difference. I did the dome light, the footwell light, this footwell light, as well as the two door markers. Very cheap mod you can do. I think I spent like 15 bucks on light bulbs, LED light bulbs. So now I'll walk you around the front with the exterior lights on. So now we're at the front of the truck with the LED headlights on. As you can see, very bright. There are amber lights underneath as well. Coming around to the back of the truck, the taillights are stock, but I'll show you the LED bar that I was telling you about. Some of the LEDs are out, so that's why I want to replace it pretty quickly. So there you go. This is the interior and exterior lights at night. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Lonestar Speed. Thank you.